you guys, when I saw the Phyna and Chichi's clip online, that's before the reunion, there was already a snippet of what to expect at the reunion. When I saw a video of Phyna and Chichi having their back and forth, I just told myself that relax. Maybe the way we are seeing it is not how it played out. These things that Phyna is saying, that's not exactly how it happened, or maybe there was a trigger, because I couldn't understand how somebody's bringing in someone's late child into a conversation unprovoked, for that matter. Or I wouldn't really say unprovoked, because that scene seemed like there was a cut somewhere, because it just came in out of nowhere. The conversation came in out of nowhere. The part where Phyna was talking about her talking about her age, late child, silicone, yash, breast, like
yes, silicone breast. Chichi mother of two, Amanda of them one guy.
It was just like from 0 to 1,000. So I was like, how? Like, where does this come from? So, but even if, let's assume that there was a trigger, it still did not make what Phyna said right. Like, it was just a lot. But we're going to get to that when, let's just take it how the let's just take it how it went. If you already watched it, let me know what you think about that, because welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please go to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified when I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So for the reunion tonight, they started off with Sheggz and Adekunle's situation, and I actually felt like it was going to be long, or it was going to linger or something, but it ended up being like a short convo because of how Adekunle handled it. He apologized, so it just like ended the convo in a way. So Sheggz was talking about their friendship before everything went sour, and he said for him, he felt like Adekunle was just bringing up the whole idea of him being from a rich family too much, and it made him feel some type of way. And from Adekunle's angle, Adekunle said how things went south for them was from the beginning, where they gathered to talk about who they liked in the house, the ladies, just to know who they liked, so that they wouldn't really step on toes and everything. And then he spoke about Bella, and that's when Bella now came into the equation and said Adekunle was trying to make it about Bella, like maybe Sheggz was having an issue with him because of Bella, of which I think is part of it, because he even had an issue. Sheggz even had an issue with Dotun at a point because of the same Bella situation. So he was trying to be very protective, especially based on the fact that gathering, I remember that gathering very, very well. Adekunle spoke about Bella's feet, that Bella has a very clean feet and everything. I don't know if you guys remember. Dotun now expressed that he liked Bella. In fact, the first week, Dotun was all about like the fact that he liked Bella. So Sheggz was still marking his territory and everything. So it kind of had something to do with that before even this whole rich and poor situation came about. And then Bella also spoke about the fact that she did not really understand Adekunle's story. She felt like it wasn't adding up, the one of his friend chasing him out of the house and everything. So they spoke about that from their own angle. And Sheggz told Adekunle that if you offend somebody, like if you do something and somebody like feels like you're referring to them, the right thing to do is to reach out to them. This is referring to the newsletter. That newsletter was really a big deal, I guess, because Sheggz felt like the shades was being thrown at him, that if you do something like that and you see that these people are catching shades and you know that it's not about them, the right thing to do is to reach out and apologize. I think Adekunle was just fed up, or he just wanted to let things go at this point. So he apologized to them. He apologized to all level 1 members, in fact all of them, level 1, level 2, and said if what he said was misconstrued, if his newsletter was misconstrued, he's very sorry that he did not mean it that way. I was like, this is a lot of peace going on here. It's not bad actually, like just apologize, like let everything just end, let everything just die. So that is how they sorted their issue. Now things now moved on to the Coven witches, according to Ebuka. He said he didn't want to call them Coven witches, so he called them Coven queens. So we're going to call them Coven queens, the Edo Coven queens. So Ebuka started off by asking Rachel, like, what's up, what's happening with this Coven, because everything started up so fast and ended so fast. What happened? And according to Rachel, she said, what united them is because of a common enemy, that they got united because of a common enemy. And then Ebuka asked Chichi whether that was the case for her, and she was like, no, really, that it was mainly because of the fact that, or the situation on ground at the time was what made her reach out to Rachel. You guys remember the whole food pouring situation, Rachel on the dining. So Chichi said she was just on Rachel's side, so she approached her, and all those conversations happened. That at that time she was on Rachel's side, of which she felt bad about later, because she saw that it was not Bella that really, like, she did not directly pour the food. That was not the intention, so she felt bad about it later. What united them was not because of like common enemy kind of thing. I think that was part of what united them, and also cooking, because these are people that were cooking a lot. So that situation was like, oh, I cook too, if this had happened to me, this is how I feel. So they now came together to have a conversation. So at this point, Rachel now spoke about the fact that Chichi wasn't talking to her, and Chichi stopped talking to her at the point or so, that she reached out to her about trying to get her to come out for a get together that they were planning for the ladies, and Chichi did not respond. Chichi said that she responded that she got the message and she said okay. Ebuka now asked Rachel. Rachel said that Chomzi was there, that she did not respond. Chomzi now supported Rachel's statement that Chichi did not respond to the message, and she couldn't reach out to Chichi because Chichi blocked her. Now Ebuka decided to open that particular can of worm. He's like, why did Chichi block you? Or why did she ask Chichi why she blocked Chomzi? And she's like that Chomzi said a lot of things about her, that she body shamed her, but that was not really her issue. Her issue was mainly about the fact that Chomzi made it seem like she was using her late parents as a strategy, and she was going around and saying so much about her. And Chomzi was like, you also said bad things about me. And Chichi's like, Chichi was saying that she never really said anything bad about her. Chomzi was like, she did, she said bad things about her. Like, it was just like that whole back and forth of, you did this to me, you did not do this to me, you said this about me. Honestly, I can remember that period where Chomzi did not understand how Phyna was close to Chichi, because she felt like Chichi had said so many things about Phyna, so she was revealing to them this and that, just trying to push things. I can't really remember Chichi saying anything about Chomzi, to be very honest with you guys. If you remember, let me know. I can't really remember. Before you know it, Chomzi was now talking about Chichi was talking about the whole like late parents using as a strategy. Chomzi still stood by the fact that Chichi was using her late parents as a strategy, because she did not see why Chichi brought up the topic of her late parents when Bella was making a statement at a point in the house. And Chichi was telling her that she confided in her and told her something personal, and Chomzi was saying that, how can you be telling me something personal on a reality TV show that everybody's hearing? Were you really telling me, or you were telling everybody? And Chichi was now talking about the fact that, okay, you're in a reality TV show, did you go in with to be fake or anything, or did you drop your feelings at home? Obviously this is something that she didn't really, maybe what she was trying to say is that she didn't really think about the fact that, okay, everybody's going to hear. She just felt like, oh, they were having a conversation, according to her. And then the next thing, Chomzi is like, you that brought your feelings into the show, where did he take you? Where is Deji? When I heard that, I was like, from where to where? Where did it, as in, how did this even come into the equation? It was just like, it almost felt like she was waiting to use it. She was waiting to use that line, and then it came at a point where it was not even entering. Like, how did I even call you that brought your feelings? Where's Deji? What the F? What does that have to do with anything? And then the next thing, Chichi's like, at least I'm not going around sleeping with all the comedians. Hey, Chichi, that comeback, okay. And they were just having their back and forth. The next thing, Ebuka wanted them to expatiate and say what exactly they meant, and he was asking her, please, which comedians? Ebuka is not serious, and Chichi was like, she has already said it, that she's not going to mention that. Chomzi knows what she's talking about. Chomzi says she doesn't know what she's talking about. Chichi says she knows, and then Rachel now interjected and said that Chichi she just talking about, she just came into the conversation. I don't even know what she, couldn't really hear what she was saying at the point, because it's like a lot of the people that are fighting fights now. So Rachel was now saying that this is why you're a liar, this is why they refer to you as a liar, you just said something, you cannot back it up, da 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 da, and they just finished their own arguments. Now let's get on to the Chichi and Phyna situation, because that one went like this from 0 to 1,000, 1 million real quick. Ebuka asked, still on the whole Coven situation, like what brought you guys together, and Phyna now spoke about the fact that obviously what happened between Rachel and Bella got to her because of the fact that she also cooks, which is what I told you guys earlier on, that the cooking also brought them together from the way I watched it, right? So Phyna was also saying the same thing, that herself and Chichi, between herself and Chichi, she was always asking Chichi, because she had heard things about Chichi nominating her, and she was always asking her, and Chichi was like, she didn't nominate her and all of that, only for us to come out and see clips of where Chichi was literally, she said that she saw that Chichi was always the one even telling them to nominate her and everything, even when others were trying to stand up for her, that Chichi was the one pushing for it and all of that. So that hurt her. And not only that, when they left the house, they were cool and everything. After some time, Chichi stopped talking to her. Chichi said she did not stop talking to her, and this is when the conversation now entered the phase of Chichi is like my younger sister. It's not like I'm looking at it age-wise, because Chichi is like 33 years old, and Chichi was like, okay, oh, my mother, you know, that kind of thing, like, okay, you're the one that gave birth to me, so you know my age, you know, go on. And that's when Phyna was not like she should keep quiet, that she has silicone. The way she has silicone in her bum and in her boobs is the way she has it in her brain. And then that's when Phyna now spoke about her child. She was like, you have 2 children, Abby had 2 children, abandoned one, the other one died, left your husband in Benin.
Yes, Chichi mother of 2, abandoned them, one died. Chichi left husband in Benin also.
How? Like, or not even how, why? Like, why did I even, how did I even come to your mind to say? Like, there's some things that I find it hard to comprehend, how somebody is able to say that. Like, somebody lost a child and you found it nice, or to you it was cool to bring it up in an argument. Like, how? It's not even funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny, but I just don't understand how that's, you know, how that came out at that point. And it was not even only that it was not even only her late child that she used. She also spoke about her late parents, that regardless of the fact that Chichi was trying to use her late parents as a strategy, she'd not still win. Even all the pity party using her late parents and everything, she'd not still win. That she's the one that won. That even the top 5 spot that she got, it was like manage. How did she get there? Chichi was like, it was Grace that brought her there and everything. So this whole late parent strategy, Chomsy using it, Phyna using it, I don't know. It just sounded very weird to me. I don't know what they would have cut out. You know, with reunions, they just like cut and join. But regardless of whatever it is that was cut out, that part, I do not agree. I personally do not agree. I don't even have a problem with, oh, you 33 and all whatnot, other insults, because, you know, sometimes you have all those basketballs at the reunion, and then everybody's just trying to be all out there and everything. So, but that one just cancelled every other thing that was going on at that point. So let me just know what you guys think. Let me just end this video here so that it's not too long. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Bye, love you.